Hi guys, welcome back to my channel English in a Blink, and today I'm going to tell you a story. Yes, so today I'm going to do a narration of one of the most famous plays of Shakespeare's, which is Romeo and Juliet. Yes, so if you don't know the story, this is where you have to be. All right, so here it goes. Well, the story starts, this is the story about two, affluent families of Verona and their, age-old vendetta. That's what the story is about. So like I said, two strong affluent family of Verona, which is the Montagues and the Capulets. So this is a story of both of them. Okay, so here we go. So as the story starts, we see, there are three boys who are shown, like one of them is Romeo, then his friend Mercutio, and Benvolio. Oh my goodness, I just forgot about the other one. All right, so three friends, they're talking, and Romeo is actually moping. All right, he's actually moping about a girl named Rosaline. So he's talking about that she left her and how he's feeling sad and all of that. And two of his friends, they're trying to, make things easy. They're just trying to see how to, just take Romeo out of all of that. So they decided that let's go to a party. Yes, that's what they decided. So let's go to a party. And the party was actually thrown by the Capulets. So they were not invited, but they decided to gate crash anyways. All right. And since they were going to the Capulets, they decided that they should, they should wear a mask so that nobody recognizes them. Okay. So as soon as they enter the party, Romeo and Juliet, they see each other. So that's the first time they actually see each other, and it is like, as it said, it was love at first sight for both of them. They just looked at each other and they were like madly in love with each other. But now Juliet's cousin Tybalt, he actually recognizes the three boys, and that's the reason three of them, they had to leave the party. So they left the party, and Romeo and Juliet, they didn't get to talk to each other, but they kept on thinking about each other the whole night. The two of them, they were just constantly thinking about each other. So the next morning, Romeo decides to meet Juliet. And that's the reason he came close to the house. He was, he was just looking around the house. That's when Juliet, she comes at a window, and that's when Romeo, he sees her. And that's when they get to talk to each other, and then they confess their love to each other, and then they decide that they should get married. Yes, they decided that they should get married, and Juliet's nurse, she helps the two of them, and they go to Friar Lawrence, who actually helps them to get married. Now, both of them, they secretly they got married secretly. Nobody knows about it, all right? Apart from nurse, apart from Friar Lawrence and the two of them. No one else knows that the two of them are married. So yeah, after getting married, both of them, they just went to their houses. And now in the meantime, Tybalt was really angry that three boys, they had, gate crashed the party. So he actually challenges Romeo for a duel. He actually, challenges Romeo. He said, okay, fight me. So he throws a challenge, and Romeo, now who's actually married to Juliet, he knows that Tybalt is Juliet's cousin, so he doesn't want to fight. So he says, no, I'm not going to be fighting you. And that actually angers Romeo's friend, Mercutio. He was like, what? You don't want to fight? You're such a coward. He's really angry. And he says, okay, if you're not going to fight, I am. Okay, so instead of Romeo, Mercutio said, okay, that's fine. He doesn't want to fight, but I accept the challenge. So two of them, they're actually, they're in a fight, and Romeo is trying to defuse the situation, but accidentally, Mercutio is stabbed. And when he's stabbed, he actually curses Romeo. He curses Romeo and Juliet, two of them. He curses them. And now, when he's stabbed and he dies, Romeo is really annoyed, and he's so angry. In that rage, he actually kills Tybalt. He didn't want to, but it was all in that spur of moment. He kills Tybalt, and now when Tybalt is killed, the Prince of Verona, he comes and he's like really angry, and he banishes Romeo. He says, okay, you have to just leave this place. Okay, now on the other side, Juliet, who is waiting for the first night, And now what happens is, before leaving Verona, Romeo actually goes, somehow the nurse helps them to sneak, Romeo to sneak in Juliet's room, and they spend a night together, and the next morning he leaves. And now Juliet's family, who's very, very angry and sad at the same moment, at the same time, because Tybalt is dead. Now they decided that, we will get Juliet married to Paris, one of the suitors. Okay, but now Juliet, she's already married. She cannot tell her parents that, but she says, okay, I'm not going to get married. And they're very angry. They're like, that's not happening. So they decide, okay, so next morning she's going to get married to Paris. Now Juliet, who's actually, she doesn't know what to do. So now what to do? So yeah, she goes to Friar Lawrence, and then they come up with a plan. Okay, Friar Lawrence gives her like a medicine or a potion, and he says, okay, if you're going to be, you take this, and then you will be sleeping for hours, but people will think that you are dead. All right, it will come across that you are dead, but actually you won't be dead, you'll just be sleeping. Okay, so that's what the plan was. And she was like, all right, that's fine, that's good. So next morning, when people, when they come to get Juliet to get married, everybody thought that she's dead. And Friar Lawrence actually sends a messenger to Romeo to make him aware that, look, she's not dead. Okay, she's just pretending, and she's actually sleeping. So he sends a messenger to Romeo, but that messenger never reaches Romeo, because there's a lot of chaos in Verona because of the two families getting into the fight and all of that going. So there was a big chaos in the city. So the messenger, he never reaches Romeo. So Romeo, when he comes back to Verona, he gets to know that Juliet is dead. She's no more. And now he is actually devastated. So what he does, he buys poison from a apothecary and goes to where Juliet was and drinks poison, and he kills himself because he was so he was just so sad and devastated by listening to that news. Now, when Juliet, she wakes up and she gets to know, and she sees that Romeo is dead already, she takes out a dagger and she stabs herself. Because she cannot take the pain. She's also heartbroken. So she looks at the love of her life, and he is dead. So she also stabs herself, and the two of them are dead. So when both the families, they saw that the two lovebirds, they are dead, they decided that, okay, we are going to end our rivalry right here. And from that day on, they all became friends. But this is, that was really tragic. So this Romeo and Juliet is a very tragic love story. It doesn't end well, but at least if you look at it, their rivalry did end. Okay, so yeah, that's the beautiful story of Romeo and Juliet in a nutshell for you. And after I finish this, I'll have like a few words as well, like a vocab, a glossary at the end. So don't forget to check that out. And if you like the story, if you like the video, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and spread the word. Until we meet next time, bye for now.